Hello and welcome to another mini-sode of So Are the Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Olivia Willis, and today I am talking about a character who I never thought I would say he is one of my favorite characters on Days of Our Lives, but as I was thinking about it a couple weeks ago, I had to get real with myself and say, you know what, Olivia? Leo Stark truly is one of your favorite characters on this show, and he deserves his own deep dive mini-sode so we can look back on what he's been up to since he came to Salem. So that's what we're doing. This is the deep dive into Leo Stark. Here we go. Leo first appeared in Salem in 2018, played by Greg Rickhart. He was never intended to be a recurring character, but the audience response was so strong that they had to keep bringing him back. Go off. He's also a trailblazer. Leo is, and I think this statistic is right, Leo is the first gay villain in daytime television. That's a glass ceiling I could never imagine shattering. Like, how cool is that to say? I hope that Greg Rickhart has a sash that reads that in his life, or a plaque that's up on his wall, because that's incredible. So Leo Stark matched with Sonny Kyriakis on a dating app in 2018, and they struck up a romance. But Leo was secretly working for Vivian Alamain, who was plotting to steal Titan Industries from Sonny. So after dating Sonny for a while and working at Titan, he finagled his way into a job, Leo sued Sonny for sexual harassment. He went so far as to secretly film them having sex in the office and then used it as evidence in this sexual harassment lawsuit, claiming that Sonny had coerced him. It's actually very dark. And it ended up being very messy because Leo seemingly did have real feelings for Sonny, even though he was truly diabolically ruining Sonny's life. Will Horton, Sonny's ex, I think at this point, enlisted John Black's help to dig up dirt on Leo. They learned his real name was Matthew Cooper, and he was a sex worker with a criminal record. Honestly, one of the worst things one could be in the daytime television universe. When Leo learned that they knew his real identity, Leo attacked Will and Sonny, who fought back and accidentally killed Leo. Obviously, Leo didn't stay dead for long. Months later, Leo showed up very much alive, and since he could accuse Will and Sonny of trying to kill him and hide the body, Leo decided to blackmail Sonny into marrying him, apparently what he'd wanted all along. Will eventually got Leo to annul the marriage, and Leo left Salem. I know, breaking here, I want to say Leo's about to do a lot more fun, cool, not awful stuff. This beginning chapter does not justify me saying he's one of my favorite characters on the show. We're going to keep going. Now, in 2021, Leo made a triumphant return to the Days of Our Lives world on Beyond Salem, a Peacock original. Will, Sonny, and Chad DiMera had to compete in a drag show to win the Emerald Gem to restore the Alamanian Peacock, naturally. And a gay villain makes the best drag coach. So Leo helped them win this drag competition. Leo's innate selfishness inadvertently saved the day when he stole the real emerald and swapped in a fake, so the Peacock couldn't emit its deadly lasers and destroy major cities around the globe. Honestly, I think half of the reason I do this podcast is so that I can say these sentences out loud. I just love saying these sentences out loud. So the next year after Beyond Salem, Leo officially returned to Salem on Days of Our Lives, surprising everyone as the new boyfriend of Chloe Lane's recently out father, Craig Wesley. Everyone was extremely suspicious of Leo given his history. And he had originally intended to con Craig out of his money, but he ended up truly falling in love with him. I'd say a classic Leo Stark con turned true love scenario. So Craig and Leo were going to get married, but at the wedding, Chad came in with this big reveal. Leo was already married to Darius Rose, aka drag queen legend Jackie Cox. Leo swore it was a green card marriage. Darius is Canadian, but the damage was done and the wedding was off. Do I say that sentence every minisode? I think I maybe say that sentence every minisode. Leo's return to Salem meant he was reunited with his long-lost random bestie, Gwen Rizchek. These two, I guess, knew each other far back enough that she calls him Maddie, even though he's taken on this fake identity given to him by Vivian Alamain, Leo Stark. With his relationship with Craig behind him, Leo sort of leaned on his checkered past. He was spreading lies about people for fun. He was jewel thieving and such. But once he was accused of murdering Abigail DiMera, he got scared straight. Gwen soon took control of the Salem Spectator, and Leo began a new illustrious career as a gossip columnist. And he took on maybe his most important identity to date, Lady Whistleblower, who published personal gossip in the paper. Truly just like, you'll never guess who's cheating on who in the newspaper. I mean, they say print media is dead, but look at this. Enter Dmitri von Leuschner, the villain at the center of the Alamanian Peacock controversy on Beyond Salem. He came to Salem and started immediately love-bombing Gwen, proposing almost immediately. Now that's Leo's bestie, so Leo calls BS from the start. But when he confronted Dmitri, they ended up hooking up. Turns out Dmitri was queer, but would only receive his inheritance upon marrying a woman. Such a specific codicil. Gwen was understandably furious when she found out about this affair and betrayal. Leo and Dmitri tried to make a real go of it, but after a series of unfortunate events, including Dmitri attempting to kill Stefan and Gabby, going on the run, and delivering Nicole's baby on the side of the road, Dmitri ended up dumping Leo from jail in a letter. Coward. Eventually, Leo found what I hope to be his true calling, head writer of Salem's local soap opera, Body and Soul. Apparently, he tried to audition for the show in drag, and I would not expect anything less from my guy Leo. Leo made his writing work his priority, but he couldn't ignore Salem's newest hottie, Javi, Gabby and Rafe's cousin, when they met at a bar. Javi and Leo hit it off, but right after they met, someone started publishing Body and Soul spoilers under the pseudonym Lady Whistleblower. So Leo's identity and his storylines had been stolen. Leo accused Javi of being the faux whistleblower. Whistle-fower? I don't know. There's something there. Javi took it hard, and Leo tried to take it back, but was ultimately consumed with his need to put a stop to these spoilers and resigned himself to his spark with Javi being in the past. That takes us as far as I've watched. Granted, I'm several months behind, so I know there is so much in store for Leo. We know that even though Leo gets caught up in some ne'er-do-well activities, he was literally referred to as the town ne'er-do-well in a recent episode I recapped, Leo's got a heart of gold. He's unpacking the impact of his villainous mother and striving to better himself in therapy with Marlena. I know the writers have had fun with him because every scene he's in is packed with jokes and some of his lines of dialogue are so wildly singular that when I recap episodes, I can't help but copy them to recite word for word. Greg Rickhart deservedly scored an Emmy nom for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 2019. He's currently, in 2025, nominated for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, which is very exciting, and I hope indicates that Leo has made his mark on Salem and is here to stay for the long run. I hope there are many, many awards in Greg Rickhart's future for this singular, iconic character. I wanted to shout out a couple of my sources that I use because obviously, as you know, I have not been watching Days of Our Lives for forever and I am not an encyclopedia of Days of Our Lives knowledge. I obviously just use the Days of Our Lives wiki. Soap Opera Digest has an article called Leo on Days of Our Lives, Everything You Need to Know, super helpful breakdown. And there was also an article on celebrating the soaps I wanted to shout out that just is titled Why Days of Our Lives' Leo Stark is the Best Character in Daytime Soaps. And honestly, I love to see it. Thank you so much for listening. Follow So Are the Days of Our Lives wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram at So Are the Days Podcast. You can follow me on TikTok, Days of Our Live. I post other random regular TikTok stuff, but I also will post like a video version of this minisode so you can see some pictures, some screenshots, some funny stuff. Okay, I think that's it. I mean, may we all bring a little Leo energy into our weeks. Bye-bye.